too sports minded, but we'll see what happens.
We are live on the Sports Nerds with my good friends Scooter Cullen and Elliot Big E Lombo with the New York Yankees hat on. You want to give someone shit, you can give the guy in the middle some shit, Elliot, because the Yankees just finished spanking the Yankees Cubs ass.
Oh wait, they still got one spanking left. 8 o'clock tonight.
Game hasn't even started yet, and he's blowing shit.
Oh, he's been talking smack
you
on Facebook
what?
all day about the Yankees.
I was gonna bring a broom with me, but I left it in the other room. Man, my bad.
Yeah, leave the broom for the Cavaliers.
You know what?
Okay, just
I got to give you credit. I got to say it. The Yankees are hot right now.
They are.
Yep.
The Yankees are hot right now, and man, that Judge kid, what the shit?
I know.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he's the real deal.
He's a fucking monster.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
He is
and he's just gonna get better.
I know. And then you got Sanchez back now. Gregorius is back. Castro is hitting lights out.
Castro, yeah. Where were you? Where were you, Castro?
Right.
Yeah, that. I was.
Yeah, we got another game coming up.
Dude,
we're less than an hour away.
That Friday afternoon game, I was like, man, what the hell? We got like the best offense in baseball. Yep. And then all of a sudden in that ninth inning, 2 strikes.
What the? Yeah, ninth inning. Brett Gardner.
Of all people.
Of all freaking people, right?
And then yesterday, they just came out like gangbusters, slapped the 5 spot on the board.
Oh, they were, yeah. They just ate him up. 5 runs in the first inning.
Tonight ought to be interesting. Yankees going for the sweep. I'll leave the room in the other room because, I don't want to jinx it.
All right, I'm going to share this link with a couple of my friends and then a couple of Skype rooms.
So I see
guys, I was after I posted my blog, I've done some searching around it. I haven't been able to find another venue for this show or for my Sports Stars Network or Sports Stars Network show. But what I'm going to do, Elliot, for the time being at least, just for the remainder of the month, I'm going to upload all of them to my YouTube channel, right. all the recordings, and I'm going to also embed the video and upload it into my blog as well.
Okay.
So try to get at least a little bit more exposure out there because there's, like I said, we don't have the blab options where there's a community, like you said, and Crowdcast is the main reason. I mean, they have the capability. It's just you got to pay $100 a month to get it. You do Facebook Live and all that crap. So I'm not paying $100 a month for this because I'm not getting paid to do it.
I look at it this way: Facebook Live you can do for $0 a month.
Yes, there is. John pointed me in the direction. I don't know if you read his comment on my blog post this morning. There is a option through and it's called, hang on a second, I'll give it just a second. It's called, where is it? BeLive.tv is the name of the site. You can get in there, you can broadcast from there, and they will go, and you could post on Facebook that way. But the downside is it only lets up to 3 people, and I want at least 4. That's the only bad thing about it.
What's it called? BeLive?
BeLive.tv. But it only allows for, like I said, up to 3 people at a time, not 4. And I would much prefer to have the 4.
That's the one that coincides where you can run it with Facebook Live.
Yes, correct.
John was talking about, right?
Yes, yeah.
Well, that's one screen better than what Facebook's giving you.
That's true.
Right. Now, the only thing you have to deal with there.
See, but here's where I don't see a problem. I don't see a problem here. Okay. We got 3 screens up right now, right?
Right.
If John shows up or whenever he shows up, if he's in the room over there, then one of us has to duck out. Boom.
That's cool.
Places. You know what I'm saying?
We can all bounce. We can all,
We can all switch around. I mean,
I'm game for that if we have to. I mean, whatever it takes to make it work.
Dude, stay on a segment for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then take a break. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have enough pride. I don't have that much pride or that much to where I think I have to be in front of the camera.
Much ego is what you're saying, right?
I'm not the show.
But then again, the thing is, it eliminates all that. Hey, I'll be right back stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
right. But the problem is the host has to be up the whole time. He can't.
Well, that's your problem. You can always. You can what if you back out, it will shut down the show.
I think it will shut down the show.
Yeah, it would.
Really?
Yeah, it would. Because he's the owner and he's the one. It's coming from for here on here it would. Yeah. I don't know what kind of abilities he will have at Be Live, but
then we might want to take a look at Be Live.
But and getting on the point, I want to get this out there to YouTube first and foremost.
I'm going to read up on it.
And I know you felt this for a while, Scott. I don't know if you did or not, but I sorry to see Derek go, but not sorry to see Derek go. I'm not a big fan of Derek. I'm sorry. Just not.
Well, you know what? And I was also thinking, but the thing with it is, do we need Derek to have a show?
No.
Can you and I just not continue maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays and have Ron come in on Wednesday with me?
We can do football. We can do whatever, man.
I mean, it would just be an extension of this show. It'd just be you and I doing regular sports news stuff.
Look, we break it up into 15-minute segments or 20-minute segments for each sport or whatever is the hottest.
You organized the show for
a little bit of that. Yeah, I did that shit for Jeff. I remember.
Yes, you did. I mean, if we can divide it up into segments, maybe do an hour a night, 2 or 3 nights a week. I mean, who says we can't do it? And like I said, I'll upload it to YouTube. I'll put it on my blog.
We can do an hour most nights.
Yes, absolutely.
Look, now, however, he did kick my ass very often during picks and things like that, like, the way Elliot sets it up on
okay,
Sundays.
But I kicked his ass in fantasy football.
He kicked my ass, quite often during that. But I think it was just more of a personality issue with me and Derek. And I just,
Derek,
he's a lawyer, Brian. He's a lawyer.
I don't give a shit.
Well, that explains a lot. I mean, he's a lawyer, so.
You know what? A thought that crossed my mind.
And I'm a DJ that can talk bad about lawyers on air. How about that?
Hey, how you doing, Rip?
What crossed my mind, Scott, is do you think he might have been offended by the fact that you were getting sloshed on the second day of the draft and I was smoking weed?
I could care less. It's not his show.
I'm just saying, but that's, to me, it just seems like all of a sudden, just after that.
Well, I think the shoe that broke the camel's back with him was the fact that we couldn't get an audience for the draft show, and it hasn't done anything for his website. I think that's the big thing right there. I think that's the big factor. And I can't say I'll blame him if he doesn't like what we do, he doesn't want to be another part of the show. Oh well, I do it because I enjoy doing it. And after I wrote my blog post, I thought about how the second half of that blog contradicted the first part of my blog about how what does it matter who sees it as long as you do it and you enjoy it. The second half I lamented about how is it worth paying $30 a month for 4 shows a month, where thinking about it, we could still do 2 shows during the week. I can have Ron on one of those nights.
Question: Did he once offer to help chip in on part of that?
No, and I never asked.
Well, no, that's fine. But did he ever once?
I didn't chip in on that.
The thing is that Eric was more a guest on the show than he was part of the show.
He was more of a guest. He wasn't part of the show.
That's fine. I don't care. But as a DJ, airtime costs money, and anybody coming, anywhere on something like that, I would offer automatically to chip in on. Hey, what can I do to?
Yeah, $30 a month. $30 a month isn't killing me, and I don't mind paying.
No, I get that, but still,
they got their show that they were doing also, the Ghost Ship.
Yes,
right, with their 1.7 million fans.
He kind of got hit the same way that most of us did, and that is that we were getting good crowds on Blab.
Yeah, we were.
And Blab shut down, and there's no platform out there right now that can help that recovery.
Nope.
No, until that happens, I mean, we may just stay with this and do the best we can.
But this is where, like I said, I'm going to read this thing, but this is where something like this Be Live actually works the way it initially says here on the face of it.
Yeah.
If that can open broadcast up on Facebook Live, then again, you got 3 screens. You want to invite somebody. If they want to show up, they show up. If not, they don't. You know?
Now, the thing with Be Live
Mhm.
is there's a huge delay.
Yeah, see, that's my problem too.
Now, as long as you all, say all 3 of us are in the Be Live room talking like this, we're fine.
Right.
We can all talk and have it, just fine. But if we go to the Facebook Live page to try to watch it live too,
with
there's a huge delay.
Yeah.
And there's a huge delay with people with questions and answers and keeping up that way.
That's why
Go ahead, Elliot.
Well, I was thinking is that's why Facebook, like for instance, let's say hockey night. You and Ron are the ones that like to talk hockey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, I could give 2 shits, but that's a show that you guys could do.
Yeah.
2 faces on Facebook Live. Guess what? It's community, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Which means that you'll be advertising. Ron basically is advertising. Everybody that's on the show is advertising, and there's people always on Facebook. Okay.
There is,
but it's their platform is not ready yet. It's barely ready for 1 person.
Well, it's barely ready for. It's actually you can actually bring up 2 people from what I understand at this point.
You can, but it's barely ready for 1 person.
No, I've actually seen it work for 2 people.
No, it does. It does work. It can. I'm just saying, it can be very glitchy at times.
Yeah, and until they perfect it, they're not.
What can?
The Crowdcast has been glitchy. Who's
right?
Blab was glitchy. If you're expecting the perfect platform, you're going to be waiting long past the time that you stay on this earth.
Correct.
and I didn't mean when I brought that up earlier about Derek, I didn't mean to talk bad about him. Like I said, I just meant I think it was just a personal differences between him and I. Just our.
Yeah, you guys got a difference in views and the way.
Well, it's not so much just views. I think it's just
personality differences.
It's just personality. That's what I was trying to look for. That was the big word I was looking for.
In case if Rip, you're asking me to name that shit, it's probably the site is called BeLive.tv is what we're talking about. If that's
BeLive. It's the one that John uses. Rip.
Yes,
you know what it is.
Underwear. What are you doing? Somebody take the pipe away from me. He's just out there somewhere.
But no, I didn't mean any disrespect towards Derek. I just,
No, hey, Derek's done wonders. He did a lot for us while he was on the show. I give him that.
But he's another one of those people. All right, everybody bitches about Mel Kiper. Everybody bitches about all these other people, talking about the draft, talking about grading this, grading that, doing this, doing that. He's another one of those guys that spends all his time going through, digging through all the info, trying to figure out what's best, what's not, what should work, I don't care what you do on paper. It don't matter until you put foot on the ground.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those things that until feet hit the ground, it's all just a lot of hot air to me.
Yeah. Well, and that's the world of prognostication, should I say.
Right.
It doesn't.
But being a lawyer and having that extra time to just sit at home and delve into those, statistics.
That's just one of those hobby things. That's just one of those things that you can do as a hobby that you can fit into your life because you love doing it so much.
I've taken up beer as a hobby, so
if I had the attention span to do it, I would. I like research and stuff and making sure that I know what I'm talking about. So it's again, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying Derek is some kind of guru.
Oh no, Derek is wrong more times than he was right, and it's the same way.
Derek, I showed on a consistent basis that I could be as good, if not better, than him when it came to prognostication. Okay,
prognostication.
Well, because he used his number system, and I don't use that particular system. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when Scott made the argument about, well, you like to refer to the combines, whereas Scott is not a big proponent of combines.
Hey, Scott.
Good to see SWT. Scott in the house. Ooh, excuse me, Scott in the house.
But like I said, it doesn't matter. To me, especially in fantasy, I think it's more about instinct than it is about numbers.
It is. I'm
Okay.
of the same belief.
Next thing I have to get off my chest.
Oh, God. I'm glad I'm sitting down for this shit. Here we go.
2 weeks.
He's got two things.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I'm sorry, I can't.
You asked me, Scott. You asked me to be there. Be there for my show. Be there for my show. Be there for my show, Scoot. Be there for my show, man.
What show?
I was there for your show. You bring me up, and I'm there for 30 seconds.
Oh, jeez.
What show?
You know what? Yeah, but you're now. This after you already said I don't have to be in front of the camera the whole time. After you said that.
No, was it the draft show?
The draft show? After you just said I don't have to be in front of the camera. I can jump out and go back in. It doesn't matter. I'm not that big. I don't have that big a fucking ego. Are you going to go there now? Are you going to do this to me? Are you serious?
No.
What do you got, Trumpitis?
Are you kidding me?
I'm just playing with you, dude.
Are you kidding me with this?
Change your mind from the beginning to the end of a sentence?
Relax. I'm just
Jeez.
But that night was messed up, man. I was all geared up. I had my Steelers gear on and everything. I was all here, and I was like, boom. You bring me up, and you're like, Brian, gotta cut you off. And I was like,
I didn't show up. Was it the first night?
Yeah, you weren't there. You
First hour, you weren't there. Yeah.
First 2 hours.
Well, no, it was like an hour and a half.
No, because I was there for the first 2 hours. Then I left.
Well, you left because you had barbecue.
Yeah, you were paying more attention to the barbecue.
Oh, you remember that?
I do. Yes.
You don't remember the guy ogling the passerby and on spring break in Texas, as they're walking through the hotel room. He was all kinds of fucking creepy.
Yeah. Well, Nick had not been on the show.
I know, man, dude. No, I'm not giving you shit for that. I just had to say that because.
And if you'd come the second night, I would have put you up at the second night because he wasn't there then.
I was done. No. The second night, Lynn's. We had some family of Lynn's come up from Florida, and we all went out to eat and stuff. So I wasn't even around.
Yeah, it was Scott drunk off his ass and me.
I wish I would have seen that.
Yeah, that was kind of it was.
He was tomato. He was beat tomato red like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it was.
Was his nose running and shit?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. No, but I got a little. I had maybe one more than I should have. That
by the time, it depends on the one that you're talking about. But
there you go.
One too many. He probably had like about 4 of them.
No, I had 3 to be honest. Usually 2 is where I need to cut myself off. So
3, that's like 9 drinks in.
Exactly.
Elliot, you've been here. Watch these shows with me on it. How many times have you said, Scooter, don't, no, not another one?
No. Actually, with you, it doesn't faze me because
he knows you're an alcoholic. It's all there is.
It just seems like you react better when you're on alcohol than when you're not on alcohol.
Well then, thank you, sir.
Whereas Scott, he starts to ramble incoherently, by the way.
I will make sure I'm all liquored up for each and every show.
Make sure Lynn has a fresh cooler by the computer every night, so you got to get it like in 12-pack.
So then I got pissed off at Roger Goodell for the whole weed thing, and I go and smoke right in front of the fucking
screw that. Who cares?
I missed that. I must have been so drunk. I missed it.
I'm glad you're able to.
No more alcohol for Scott on long shows like that.
Yeah, no.
I'm glad you're able to smoke up and blaze up like that, because I know how much it helps you.
Yeah, well, appreciate that.
No, I mean that. I do. Hey, look.
Hey, Brett.
Even if you weren't sick, I know you'd love to blaze up. Just because weed's awesome, man.
Actually, you know what? I didn't blaze up as much before until I got this prognosis, and it was just from then on, I read one of Montel Williams' books, and he's talking about marijuana and all that. So I started saying, you know what? Fuck, I love Montel Williams. He
Right.
plays any day. So I went, and that's when I started doing it consistently.
All right, and my last question for you is coming for you, E. How many white people did tell the Puerto Rican
Happy Cinco de Mayo?
Welcome you.
How many drunk white people told
Cinco de Mayo to the Puerto Rican? Yeah.
Well, how many deaths were reported this week?
All right, so
I love that. I loved seeing that on Facebook, man. I was just like, oh man.
Yeah. All right, so Scooter, since weren't able to get your input 2 weeks ago, okay, what did you think of the Pittsburgh Steelers draft?
I think they did all right for what they had available. I mean, they were so late in the draft as it was. They pick 30?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, they took the Watt boy with linebacker from the get on the first round.
They took your Tennessee quarterback too.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Actually, I was wearing a Steelers t-shirt underneath my Tennessee orange. And I was going to be like, yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I've dealt with Joshua Dobbs for the last 4 years, watching him play college football, as a Tennessee Volunteers fan. And, I don't know. He's got potential. He's very athletic. Is he going to be the next starter after Roethlisberger? I mean, he's definitely got a better chance than the two on the bench now.
Right. Especially Landry Jones.
Landry Jones. Thank you, Oklahoma. But yeah. I like that. I like them shoring up some, getting some more younger players. They picked up, I think, 2 other cornerbacks as well.
Yeah, yeah. How about the feel-good story of picking up that kid from Pitt?
That was,
I don't know that he'll make the team, but it was a feel-good story.
I see him being practice squad. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't. He may surprise in training camp. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
he's gonna be behind Le'Veon and what's his face? I can't remember his name all the top of my head, but he's gonna be behind Le'Veon.
D'Angelo Williams.
D'Angelo Williams, that's him. That's the guy.
When you're a third string running back behind Le'Veon Bell, and D'Angelo Williams,
yes, you're gonna be seeing a lot of bench.
Hard to get some playing time.
Yeah,
at that position.
They got T.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Right.
Fills that.
That'll help.
Okay. They lost Timmons in the offseason, so that's
yes, they did, and I'm not happy about that. But
big help there. Then they went and got a little questionable in the Juju Smith-Schuster pick.
I was not. Why did they get a wide receiver in the second round? Why?
The thing is that I think the fact is that Sammy Coates might be on his way out.
Oh, Sammy's gone now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They want to, but the question
was that
the receiver to take at that particular spot? See, there were better receivers out there as far as some of the experts were concerned.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
That's where it was a bit of a surprise, but there's no surprise to the fact that the Steelers sent the message loud and clear to Sammy Coates. Martavis Bryant is coming back. We got Antonio Brown. Okay. We got Ladarius Green, who can hopefully stay healthy.
We got Eli Rogers.
Yeah. You got Eli
Rogers still there. You got there's another wide receiver that's got good hands. That's still there. The short guy that he's like 5'9".
And that you got hands that don't catch the ball often enough for our liking.
Yeah, Sammy Coates dropped the ball way too many times last year.
They got themselves a cornerback out of Tennessee, which should make you happy. A volunteer. Okay.
Well, It does, and he's got very great athletic ability. He can get out of the pocket and run.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they also picked up James Conner, the running back, out of Pitt.
Well, and he's a bruiser. He's a bruiser. He's a big boy,
and he can take some of the slack away from Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
he's one of those. He's going to be one of those good 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 kind of running backs.
A remake of Thunder and Lightning, right? Something of that nature.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be one of those bruisers for that 3rd and short type yardage situation. I believe, kind of like Dwyer was trying to be before 4 or 5 years back.
They shored up the defense some because they needed to.
Yeah.
All right, for what they lost in the offseason. And they even picked up a quarterback out of Tennessee, Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, we were just talking about him, yeah.
Well, and who was the cornerback they picked? There was a cornerback they picked up out of Tennessee, too.
Yeah, that was Cameron Sutton.
Uh-huh. Excellent cornerback.
Yeah.
Great eyes, great vision. I think he's going to be very trainable to their scheme and how they want him to play.
Yeah, he's
another one I've watched.
Instinct of making plays on the football. You know what I'm saying?
It can happen.
But we'll see. I mean, I think overall, the Steelers did probably a good B on their draft.
Yeah, so it was a solid B draft. Yeah,
I'd give them a B or B plus. I mean,
yeah, it wasn't a home run draft, but they
what are you going to do with the 30th pick?
Right, that's true too. I mean, and the Browns had a better draft than anybody in the NFL, but it's because they had first of all, they had 11 picks, including 3 in the first round. So I mean, that's just the luck of the draw.
Here's the thing: New England didn't pick until number 83, and they probably drafted a future Pro Bowler, knowing New England.
More than likely, yeah. Thank you, Belichick.
That's what Belichick does.
He waited until 83 so he could draft a Pro Bowler that nobody noticed except him. What? I'm telling you, man. They're going to have at least one.
You're right.
Out of all the late picks that they had. You know what? I think Pittsburgh addressed it fine. The quarterback situation, Landry Jones just got a big wake-up call, too, because this could come in and make some noise.
My biggest confusion over the entire draft was the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a confusion for everybody in football.
Not even just the first round pick, but the way they treated Glennon. Period.
Yeah, Rip knows about the Bears.
As the way they treated Glennon. I'm just saying this is an insurance policy for them. But the thing is that they gave up too much for what they would have gotten anyway.
Right. I mean, the guy was going to be there at 3. They gave up 3. Yeah, they gave up 3 draft picks to move up one spot,
and had no intention of drafting Mitch Trubisky.
Right.
Bears were in the 3rd spot, but you know what? The 49ers played poker with the Bears. They told offers from the Jets, and we're getting offers.
Had the poker face going.
And they blinked.
Yes,
sure as shit did.
Some extra picks, bumped up one spot, got the quarterback. But you know what? And San Francisco still got the guy they were planning on drafting.
Correct. They did. San Francisco won that whole deal because they got the extra picks. Plus, they got the guy they wanted in the first place.
Yep.
Don Lynch came in and schooled the Bears. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Schooled them. And that was that. I mean, they didn't have to trade those picks for Trubisky because San Francisco was not going to take him.
Right.
Honestly, I don't think Trubisky's that good.
I think Trubisky.
I don't think he's NFL ready.
To be honest,
number 1 pick. I don't think he's number 2 pick ready. Is what.
Right.
I don't. Yeah. I didn't even know if he'd go 2nd round.
Yeah. To be honest, guys, I think Trubisky has the potential to be the next Ryan Leaf.
Not really, because nobody was
start swiping teen ice at the checkout or something. What?
Because that would be like saying there's somebody else in the draft that compares to who was it? Peyton Manning.
Right. Well, there isn't.
So there wasn't two quarterbacks there that were getting all this hype. You know what I'm saying? And Mitch Trubisky wasn't getting any hype like Ryan Leaf.
Right.
No.
Ryan Leaf got all that hype up in the Pac-10. You know what I'm saying? What kind of hype was Trubisky getting in North Carolina?
I mean, he was.
You know what? He
was
was
to 3 or 4 different teams.
hype. He was getting great hype in the ACC.
He was.
Because the ACC has no football teams.
Well, except for Florida State.
Hey, look, ACC is all about basketball.
Clemson is the national champion. Hello. They're both ACC teams.
Whatever.
ACC is about basketball, not football, right?
Especially in North Carolina.
No doubt. So I'm just saying, another team that really shocked me was Seattle. All this talk about they need offensive line help. They did not draft one offensive lineman in the freaking.
Nope, not a one.
Not a one. And Brett, he was already booed at Chicago Stadium when the Bulls were playing. Yeah. So that's just the beginning.
Game. He was booed at the basketball game when he showed.
Yeah.
Elliot, my prediction. This is coming straight to you from the.
Yeah.
Christine Michael going back to Seattle.
Going back to Seattle. Brian's favorite running back.
That's where he always winds up, right?
Oh, boy.
8 minutes, Scooter. He's your favorite fantasy running back. Come on.
No.
Michael.
Bastard. He's a bastard fantasy football player is what he is. Come on, play 2 weeks, do fucking awesome. Pick him up in the next week. Oh, my ankle.
Yeah, he slammed the guy at one of our shows the week prior to the games. And then Sunday, he goes off for like 25 fantasy points. Brian just like, Jesus.
Well, because he was garbage before that. Why wouldn't I just bet, come on. He was garbage before that. Damn it. Because I was
that's almost as good
on the Seattle Seahawks offensive line. I don't think so.
That's almost as good as when Derek used to give me shit about Steve Smith, and Steve Smith would go out and roast.
That's one thing about Derek I did not agree on. He didn't like Steve Smith because he's an old receiver.
He didn't like old players, dude. He didn't like
Steve Smith was you could always count on Steve Smith
when it came to fantasy, dude.
Josh Canner, welcome to the show, buddy. Good to see you, man. Go Browns.
Good to see you, Brett.
Yep. And but yeah, no.
Waddle. Oh, God, Rip. Waddle.
People to Rip to bring up an obscure receiver from the Chicago Bears.
And he hated it, dude. And he hated it when I would turn around and make him eat his own words.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because
over 30, you're done. Running back or wide receiver.
Well,
you could tell he was never happy
you just
when
took the time.
You could tell he was never happy when I got the best of him on stuff.
But you would take the time on each show, on each aspect. You're like, once again, this week, I showed Derek Laughlin exactly what I was talking about last Thursday.
Hey, Josh, I would take Trubisky over Osweiler too, so I'm with you on that one. I wouldn't want Trubisky as my second overall pick.
Here's your problem: you don't have Trubisky, but you do have Osweiler.
Yeah, we also got Kaiser, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Kaiser, go Kaiser.
Well, it was like when the Super Bowl when I told him that experience would win out. You know what I'm saying? And then he wanted to keep arguing. Experience had nothing to do with it. Experience. Everything.
Even after the Super Bowl, he said experience. Are you kidding me? They've been there 5 times.
Does any other team come back from that 25-point deficit?
No.
No. That's called experience. That's called domination.
What's a Green Bay fan to do? He's still sucking on the teat that is the sweat off the sack of Brett Favre.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not fair because I like Derek.
Well,
I really do.
I give them this. I
love Derek. They got a great website and they got a great banner back and forth.
just a quick update. In the first period, 7 minutes 44 seconds to go, the Edmonton Oilers are 4-0 on the Anaheim Ducks.
Well, yeah,
Nice.
but they had a 3-0 lead on them and going into the third period, ended up losing 2. So, I mean.
Yeah, but that was a questionable game.
Hey, Jen.
Yeah, well, look at that Capitals game last night. That was a good game last night with the Capitals in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So was the Rangers in Ottawa, except
Ottawa knocked Ottawa won today. Yeah, I saw that.
What about them Nashville Predators?
All these bounces, man. Yeah, the Nashville Predators are. They're
Yeah,
waiting.
whoever gets Nashville in the finals is in for a battle. They're in for a big time fight.
Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be Nashville against either Edmonton or Anaheim?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And you know what? That Edmonton, I want it to be Edmonton because I think that will be a better game.
Yeah, Brett, we started the show off with Yankees over the Cubs. You missed it. It was interesting.
Shut up, Brett. Go suck it.
Hey, Brett, see,
I bet you're a Green Bay fan too, aren't you, Brett? Sucking on that carb sack
In the room,
for
man.
the sustenance of life.
Yeah, what champs, right? What champs? It is a lot. You're absolutely right.
I love you, Brett. That's all cool, man. No, Yankees are hot, man.
Yeah,
Yankees are
tough.
hot right now.
They're tough. I mean, and they're even overcoming some questionable pitching from some of their starters.
Yes,
You
they
know,
are.
KC fan. Okay.
Yeah, he's a KC Royals fan. KC's at the moment getting spanked by the Indians, so it's all good.
But they showed recently that there's no lead safe with this Yankee lineup.
No.
No, they were down what 11 to
9 to 1, 9 to 1
against the Red Sox and ended up winning the game. Are you kidding me?
Orioles.
Orioles, right? Orioles, yeah.
Okay, down 9 to 1, 11 to 4 in the 7th inning.
Yeah.
Ellsbury hits the grand slam. Castro hits a home run in the bottom of the 9th, and then Holiday sends them all home with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 10th. They scored 10 runs in the last 3 innings.
You know what's crazy? On paper, the Yankees should not be doing what they're doing.
No, and I've read a couple
Not at all. Not with the people they're putting out there in the field.
They're saying that this Yankee team was not supposed to be this good yet, but
No, you're right.
nobody was planning that they were going to step up the schedule. Like
Sanchez is healthy again.
Sanchez, Gregorius is healthy. Castro's hitting out of his mind. The
Yep.
only one that really hasn't done much is Bird. He's been kind of struggling in the beginning. Headley's been on and off. Gardner.
Where the hell has Brett been all his career until
5
today?
home runs in the last week for Brett Gardner. Okay. And then Ellsbury and
Ellsbury's hitting average. Don't go off on me about Ellsbury. Ellsbury's
he hit that grand slam against Baltimore that night when they were
hitting average.
He's doing his job.
He's hitting in the right
Injured, and they got
spot.
people to come in. Not to even mention Aaron Hicks is another guy who's been doing well.
You're right, Josh. Aaron Judge is scary, dude.
Yeah, he is. I agree. I agree. I agree. He's the captain 2.0, but he's got freaking power. What is he? 6'7"?
He's huge.
He hits the ball
He's ginormous, man.
than most race cars travel. Yo.
He's ginormous.
Rockets going out of the ballpark.
Speaking of race cars, shout out to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for winning Talladega today.
Whoever that is.
Fuck NASCAR.
Wow, Brian.
I haven't watched a race all year. They changed that shit. I have not watched
Brian,
it.
You haven't missed much.
No, I mean, granted, I mean, it's Talladega, and that's why I watched it. I watched everything up to almost the end of the first segment, and then I watched all of the last segment today because I didn't want to get into all of the segment whole crap. But it was Talladega, so I had it on.
When I was starting to feel the Yankees were going to be dangerous? When they were winning with guys like Austin Romine.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin Romine, Reyes Torres, or whatever his name is.
Hey, Reyes Torres was killing it there at the beginning of the season.
I'm saying.
He had a good April.
Yeah, they were winning with guys they weren't supposed to.
Was that the shortstop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They weren't supposed to be winning like this with those guys.
Right.
See, I can talk baseball all fucking day, dude.
And
because that's what my channel's locked onto.
And the pitching, been ridiculous. The ERAs out of the bullpen are almost zero across the board. Their worst ERA in pitching is CC at 5.45. Okay, and now this is a team that scores what, about 7 runs a game?
They're not averaging that yet.
No,
but the one thing I did see that they did note on ESPN or MLB Network today was, the Yankees hadn't had 5-10 run games.
Oh yeah,
they've already had those as of yesterday.
We've had 8 of them, I think.
They hadn't had that many last year until July 14th or something like that. Yeah. So the Yankees are hot, man. They're hot.
Yeah, they are. They're tough, man.
Aaron Judge, 6'7", 282. He's a beast.
And I hate seeing the Yankees do well, Brian. I hate it. I can't.
Oh, I do too.
I can't stand it.
Hey, you know what? I know lots of people hate it, but understand that, excellence rises to the top more than.
Oh, now you quit pissing out your mouth.
We're not gone very long before we come back with something bigger. Look what they did last year to the Cubs. They basically raped the Cubs. Okay, they traded them Chapman, they traded them Warren, they traded all these guys are back on the Yankees, and we got a bunch of guys from the farm system of theirs that are.
And you're still prospects. Paying for it.
But we got them. We got back the closer that won you guys the World Series.
Yeah. Because God knows
we rented him. We rented him to you guys. We always knew he was coming back.
He was a rent. You're right. I get that. He was a rent.
But they got some chips for him, though. You see, and that's how you work an organization. Why do you think New England is as good as they are?
Because that's one thing.
Because they take guys like Brandon Cooks away from the New Orleans Saints.
Right.
That's one thing that pisses me off. Like Friday night, why do the Cubs still have Hector Rondon? Why is Rondon still pitching for the Cubs? Why is he still pitching late for the Cubs? That bastard should have been gone a long time ago. Go get a real closer, Theo.
Well, they had Chapman, but they let him go.
Yeah, no, but there's better closers out there than Rondon.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I would say so. Look at these ERAs. Shreve, 0.00. Warren, 0.57. Chapman, 0.79. Betances, 0.93. Clipper, 1.5. Holder, 2.7. That's just the bullpen. Then the starters, 3.12 from Pineda. Montgomery, 3.81. Severino, 3.86. Tanaka, 4.46. And Sabathia.
Tanaka had a bad April, though.
He did. He had a couple bad games. First 2 out of 3 games, I think he had bad games, especially the first one against Tampa.
Oh, that first one was horrendous.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was bad.
Did
you see that game?
At that point, I think Yankee fans were worried.
Did you see that game with, who was it, Friday? Boston and who was Boston playing? They just ate them up, man.
Baltimore, right?
I think it was Baltimore. No.
Well, that Baltimore
right.
Boston series.
It was after that series.
That 4-game series was brutal.
It was the first game of the next series.
I think it was more brutal from the crowd than it was the game.
Who are they playing right now?
Baltimore?
No, who is Boston playing right now? Boston threw up 8 runs in the second inning. 8 runs. That was. I sat here and watched it. I was like, they just could. And there was like 2 outs. They put up 4 or 5.
They beat Minnesota 17-6.
It was Minnesota. Yeah, It was Minnesota. Yes, sir.
And
they put up 5, and then they got 2 outs, and then they put up 3 more. And I was like, what the shit?
Well, you see, the Mets lost 23-5 the other day to Washington.
The Mets are a disaster.
Oh my God.
The Mets are a disaster.
23-5, dude.
Yeah, Harvey's been suspended for 3 days for not showing up at the park on Saturday. They sent him home.
What
the
happened
Mets
to Harvey?
are just. It was Harvey. Yeah, they suspended Harvey for 3 games. Yes, 3
Why?
days.
You know what?
I think why he didn't show, or
I think they're fitting him for pinstripes as we speak.
Well, Matt Harvey's his comment was that he had a migraine and there may have been some communication issues with the
trade
team.
deadline is coming, and I see Matt Harvey in pinstripe.
oh my God!
The one bright spot you got going for tonight's game.
Will buy anything.
Yeah, you know what, Brian? The one thing you got going for tonight's game is at least Lester starting.
Well, it's not like we don't know Lester. He pitched plenty against us when he played.
It doesn't really help me, though. I mean, he's a great pitcher, but if he walks somebody, you might as well hand him second base.
Yeah, because he can't throw to first. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, but like I said, hey, write this down. Matt Harvey, pinstripes by the trade deadline. Write it down. It's going to happen.
Well, I don't know.
The Mets don't know how to keep talent, dude. The Mets don't know how to keep talent. You don't think Harvey would jump ship in a heartbeat to go play for the Yankees?
He wouldn't have to move.
Well, he want to show up for the Yankees game.
You know what I'm saying? Keep his house.
Hey, he won't stay home on the Yankees.
That's true.
Like he did against the Mets, like he did to the Mets. He's so disgruntled with the Mets. He said, "You know what? I'm not even showing up."
Do you really think Matt Harvey's got that much good arm left in him?
I think so. But
see, I said the same thing about Clemens.
Yeah,
like 4 years before he retired. So
before he won the World Series with the Yankees, right?
Right. You know, no. I'm just saying. I said the same thing about Clemens. 4 years before he retired, when he was still, pitching a no-hitter.
Yeah.
And throwing a good ball. And I'm like, what the shit?
A guy like Harvey could go in there, and of course, I think he can do better than what CC Sabathia is doing right now. And with that offense, Harvey can win some games. Harvey doesn't win more games because he's got to deal with that inept New York offense. Okay,
but honestly, do you think the Mets are going to give up Harvey with what's his name injured right now?
Syndergaard?
With Syndergaard injured right now.
The Mets are going to have a fire sale. Terry Collins is gone. Okay, they're going to reboot.
That could very well be.
That'll probably happen at the trade deadline or shortly after the All-Star break.
Syndergaard's going on the 60-day DL, which basically means his season is over. Okay, and the Mets really have nothing to play for. They're headed towards the basement. And
what's he got, a torn lat? Is that what it is? Torn lat or a pulled lat?
Something like that. But and that's going to be. I mean, that's going to be hard to come back from. So
right.
He's got a broken run support issue.
Yeah, and here's a stat for you: Giancarlo Stanton for Miami hit two home runs today. And combined, they went more than 900 feet.
On my fantasy team. And you know what, though? That was needed for Gio because he's been having a bad early season.
Sooner than later, he will be answering to Derek Jeter, who will be owning the Miami.
Yes, how's that for a coup? Derek Jeter is going to be the owner of the Marlins.
You know who the player
and Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush
and Derek Jeter are going to be the Miami Marlins. But from the baseball side, it's going to be Derek Jeter running the Miami Marlins. Okay?
Oh, yeah, that'll be Jeter.
You know who's been great? Look, Evan Longoria has been having his foot problems and stuff like that this past month and everything else. You know who's been great for the Marlins? Ozuna.
I don't follow the Marlins.
Michael Ozuna has been lights out the first month of baseball.
Brian, you are officially a baseball nerd. As he takes that as a compliment.
Oh,
Just
wait a minute. I got to switch channels here. This Yankee game is about to start.
Oh,
I
geez.
I pay attention to my fantasy baseball because I'm getting my ass whooped right now.
What's it on? Is it on ESPN or is it on MLB, Brian?
ESPN. ESPN.
ESPN for the Cubs. Hold on, yeah, let me switch. Hold on.
National television. Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN.
On ESPN, it's there at Wrigley. Yes.
Mark Anthony's gonna what's he gonna do? Overlook the popcorn vendors and shit?
I was still on MLB Network watching highlights and stuff.
Watching the warm-ups.
Yeah, well, I was still watching MLB Tonight where they were just, showing me the highlights of everything that's happened today so far. But yeah, Michael Ozuna.
Oh, by the way, congratulations to the Cleveland Cavaliers for sweeping
The Toronto Raptors.
today. That's 11 straight playoff wins for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But yes. LeBron has no class.
No, but he gets in that ass.
So what? So neither did Bill Laimbeer or anybody in the Detroit Pistons, but they won championships too.
He may not have any class, but he gets in that ass.
That's right.
I've been seeing all that shit for the last couple of days, and I'm just like, it's playoff basketball, people. Get over it.
John's not on because the Raptors got swept and the Oilers, well, not by the looks of it, but could get eliminated tonight.
Yeah, not currently though.
I don't think John is really up to talking sports at the moment.
He's probably doing the family thing with the prego wife. So
well, I was gonna say, yeah, he's got the pregnant wife, so he's doing whatever the pregnant wife says he has to do right now.
Exactly, that's tag team right there. Looks like Baltimore won again today. The Orioles 4-0 over the White Sox. Hey, look, the Mets didn't score today. What a surprise!
Here's another surprise for me, another breakout guy that I didn't even know about or didn't pay attention to last year, or his name. Or when I say the name Adam Duvall,
sounds.
Do you even know who he plays for, Scott?
No.
Cincinnati Reds. Adam Duvall.
They still have a team. They still have a team.
He is having a breakout April and early May.
Yeah, but it's the Reds.
Not for this guy. This is unprecedented for him.
They're in a division with teams like St. Louis, Chicago, and Pittsburgh. They can't get out of their own freaking way.
Well, you're always going to be in a division race when the rest of the division is right around 500.
And Joe Mauer and Ryan Braun are still playing.
What?
Yeah, but you know what? Harry Doyle is still.
I know. I just went.
Harry Doyle is still a play-by-play for Milwaukee, so you gotta love it.
By the way, the Red Sox were winning 7-6 in their game with the Twins today, and then
they won 17.
Yeah,
we got 10 spot in the ninth inning.
10 spot in the ninth inning.
The Red Sox did?
Yes, in the ninth inning.
They put up 8 in that second inning yesterday.
Yeah, they put up a 10 spot in the ninth inning.
Oh,
7.
And they got shut out by the Yankees last week.
Yeah.
One run.
Hey, don't count them out. Don't count them Red Sox out yet, man.
No, well, Red Sox would probably be a front runner if they were playing in a different division, but they're playing with the Yankees and the Orioles, which are two of the better teams right now. That division is going to be won by attrition, basically.
That's the division in the AL that I'm most upset with right now. Is Buck Showalter. Buck, what are you doing with the Orioles right now? What the fuck, dude?
What about
What are you talking about?
What are you doing?
What are you talking about?
They're 19.
The Orioles. They're not. They're not playing good ball though.
Well, they just swept. I think they swept the White Sox just now. They took 2 out of 3 from Boston.
They're still not playing good ball.
And they're only half a game out. Well, actually, technically, they're tied with the Yankees right now.
I know.
Well, see, now the Orioles had a rough series against the Red Sox, and it was a 4-game series.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They've won 4 in a row, Brian, so they're playing good.
They're playing okay, but Chris Davis is in a huge slump, which is really pissing me off. Yeah, oh, I'm really worried about the Blue Jays.
It's supposed
too.
to be a fantasy thing, right?
Yeah, this is a fantasy thing for me.
Ah,
'Cause I have Chris Davis and Mark Trumbo on my team.
Yes, the truth finally comes out. It's all about fantasy baseball.
yep.
But you know what? You're right. You're right, Brett. The Blue Jays, that's the big worrier out of the American League. What is going on with the Blue Jays?
Well, they got rid of Encarnacion. They let him go to the
No, it ain't all about that. And I understand Donaldson's hurt too, but God, their pitching can't even. I mean, Estrada got beat up yesterday like 6-1.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I mean, it you know, you can only blame so much on, you know, players lost, you know, but still, you're pitching. That's what the Blue Jays were for. That's what they were known for. That's what they've been known for the last couple of years.
Right.
Is their pitching. They're outstanding. And you know what? Their pitching's gone.
Yeah.
Estrada's, I don't know what he's throwing. I don't know. I'm lost on the Jays, man. I don't even know what to say about the Jays. And they've got one of my favorite players on their team. Who's that guy in the outfield? Gosh darn it. Somebody in the chat help me out here. Beard.
What's he
White guy. No, white guy.
Oh, the red bearded guy.
Yeah.
Programming update. Mr. John Olson is at the sports bar watching the Oilers game today, which is why he's not on the show.
Well, he can go home. That game's already over.
Well, I guess in that case, I've got the Cubs getting ready to watch the Yankees here. So I guess I can leave too then. Is that right, E?
No, you're not going anywhere.
No, absolutely not.
You got the TV right in front of your face. You can mute it and just watch the game while you're on camera.
Like I'm doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, but baseball, it's been a great season watching. There's been so many young prospects coming up and playing well. That kid from the Dodgers, that Bellinger.
Yes, he had a good game the other night. Yes.
No, shit, he's had a great month and a week. Are you kidding me? The other kid from the Red Sox, Benintendi.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Just they're astounding. They're playing great ball.
Absolutely.
There's been some great stories. A lot of you know who's hurting me right now though, and this is from a fantasy point.
Right.
I got a good second baseman on my team, and however, I've got somebody else playing in his spot because he's sucking right now. Thank you, Jason Kipnis.
Oh shit! See, the guy goes to Texas and falls off the freaking cliff. You know what I'm saying? He had a great season with the Indians last year. He goes for the money, going to Texas, and all of a sudden he sucks.
Well, they always say follow the money.
One of the, I would say, the top 5 second basemen last year.
Absolutely.
Year before.
Oh, by the way, Cincinnati's in first place. In case you were wondering,
baseball.
You know, you were dogging them there for a little bit, Scott, but the Cincinnati Reds are actually currently in first place.
Oh shit!
Yes, they are.
Central.
Shit. I just saw that too. Holy shit!
And you know what? They're doing it with like not a scab team, but they're doing it with a kind of a put together team. Yeah,
a patchwork.
It's definitely a patchwork.
Is Dusty their manager this year?
No,
Dusty's manager of Washington. He's the Nationals, right?
Right.
Okay. All right.
But here's the thing: if you look at it, they're in first place, but first place and last place are separated by 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games.
Right.
So it's a close game. So yeah, and they're all hovering around 500, like you said, Elliot. So yeah.
To me, it's either a division that's going to eat itself out.
Well, Well, and then again, also on the other side of that.
They just all suck.
Yeah, you know, it's early in the season when the Colorado Rockies are leading the NL West. Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, just like Elliot said, you know, if it's just a division that's going to eat itself out, it sounds good when you just put in that into Google, eat itself out. You're going to get a lot of different spots to go check out.
Yeah, you should come up with just type in division that'll eat itself out. See what Google brings you when you type that in. Well, right now they have a 2.5 game lead with the Dodgers. The Dodgers have won 7 out of their last 10.
Dodgers are getting a little hot, yeah.
They're starting to warm up a bit.
But Kershaw's not pitching well.
No, he had a bad game last night too. I mean, they won 2 in a row.
Great.
But he had a frustrating game last night. So,
and Sam Baum, his best thing is his bat right now.
Yeah.
For the Giants, I mean, when your pitcher, when his best aspect is his bat at the plate, that's not boding well.
John Lester, this season, 4.79 ERA compared to 2.96 last season.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, and people keep forgetting this is a guy that bounced back from cancer. So, you know, that was tough on him. And he's getting here in age. So, you know, I mean, he can't last forever. And his jump in ERA kind of shows that.
Yep. Now, the thing I did like big time last weekend when they had the series in Boston, Cubs and the Red Sox, and the Cubs were visiting Fenway, which only happens like every 4 or 5 years.
Well, it happens every 4 years, or actually, is it three? I think it's 3 years.
It depends on how they set. Right.
But the thing is that it depends, because in 3 years or 4 years from now, you could wind up having Boston either being there again or Chicago going up to Fenway Park.
But I thought, and just like the announcers all talked about, I thought, you know, watching all the fans and seeing how well Chicago traveled and seeing all the Chicago fans in the stadium there in Fenway, you know, with the you know, the lonesome losers, the Cubs, and you know,
the lovable losers. The lovable
losers.
You can't call them losers anymore because they finally put that to rest.
Well, right, but I mean, and the thing what I was trying to get to is the Red Sox have been there too.
Yes,
and so to see those two teams come together after, you know, that, and you know, hang out and it was a nice series, and then you had that whole
4 World Series in like 200 years between the two of them or something.
I think you're absolutely right. You got the 2 with the Red Sox,
and then 1 with the Cubs.
3 with
and
the
then
Red
you got
Sox.
45. You got 45 with the Cubs. They lost.
No, they lost. They were in the
World Series. Wait.
No, the Red Sox have won 3 World Series in the last 10, 15 years, Elliot?
15 years, something like that.
Right. And the Cubbies have won 1. So it's 4 World Series championships since 1908.
And they were.
I just meant appearances in the World Series.
We're talking about wins. Because if you're talking about appearances, the Red Sox have blown more World Series than they've been in.
In a combined,
Thank you, Bill Buckner.
Combined 200 years.
Yeah.
That's 1 World Series every 50 years. What kind of... And to think most of that damage was done in the last 13, 14 years.
Well, with the Red Sox, for sure.
Yes.
Well, and the Cubs got theirs too, but I mean, but the Red Sox have just been.
Here's the thing: as I was saying before about the Red Sox being in the division.
But then again, hold on. Think about who was in the head office when the Red Sox won theirs.
Yes, it was Carl Epstein.
Yeah, Epstein. Epstein.
Thank you, sir.
He's a Hall of Fame. He can be a Hall of Fame executive.
Yes, Hall of Fame GM,
absolutely. They need to make a spot for that.
But what I was saying about Boston is that they're in a division where they're playing with two teams that would be smoking other divisions right now.
Excuse me, Theo Epstein.
The Red Sox at 17-14 would be half a game behind Cleveland in their division.
Yeah.
They'd be tied for first with Cincinnati and either a couple games behind Colorado or Washington.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying they're in a tough division where there's two other teams that are probably going to get close to winning mid-90s to 100 games this season.
But here's what I want to tell you. Fuck you and your Yankees.
You see, the FU usually comes when you ain't got a legit argument.
I always fall back on the old standby, Brian. It's take your 27 championships and shove them up your ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Here's what I gotta say about the Yankees.
At least I got 20.
Here's what I gotta say about the Yankees, and here's exactly what I think is gonna happen this year. Yeah, they got off to a hot start, but you know what's gonna happen? Them boys are playing hard. People are going to get injured, and the Yankees farm system sucks because they try to buy it off everybody because they can't grow anybody on their fucking own.
The farm system actually has a few prospects that are waiting in line to come up. Okay, so the Yankees are not hurting in the farm system either, thanks to the Cubs.
Yeah, nice try, Brian.
As long as they know they don't offer a tee at the plate.
Well, that's what they've been offering this season because the Yankees look like they're hitting off a tee.
Goddamn right. They've been teeing the fuck off, right? Good call, man. You got me.
They're just
you got me on that.
Like I said, I wasn't expecting anything huge out of the Yankees. To me, this was supposed to be a transition year.
I didn't think this was going to be a good year.
You know what? We talked about this last year, Brian and Elliot. We talked about how good the Yankees were down the stretch last year.
They were
great in September and in August.
To even make a play.
I mean, they were making a run towards the division, and they missed the playoffs just by by this much. And we did talk about how great these kids were playing for the Yankees at the end of last season. So it should not be a surprise as to how well they're doing right now. However, the question is going to remain is, can they sustain it over an entire season? And can they avoid the injury bug? That's the question.
I think they already had their injuries. Gary Sanchez got injured. Gregorius got injured.
You're right.
Those injuries in April. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they might not be able to withstand is a loss to Judge, let's say. You know what I'm saying? Because
if Judge goes down, that's a big loss in your lineup.
That could change.
Well, it is right now just because of what he's been producing.
Right.
But there's always – that's the other thing. You got people like Ellsbury and Gardner and other people that can step up and fill those numbers if needed at times. It just depends.
They got a Greg Bird at first base that has not broken out yet.
I'm not a fan of him at all. I'm just not.
But he's a good hitter. His average doesn't reflect how good of a hitter he is. And
I think his best thing for him is his defense at first base. That's all he gives, really, to me on the Yankees. I don't even think he hits for average.
Aaron Hicks must be the Cub killer because he's what, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, batting .700 in this series.
Yeah, it's
7 for 10.
Yeah,
wow, that's dangerous, man. You got guys coming out of nowhere putting up numbers like that.
Hey, as long as we don't have to have Miguel Montero pitch again tonight, I think as long as our backup catcher doesn't have to pitch again tonight, I think we'll be all right.
There you go, Cubs. Lester versus Ellsbury, a Red Sox showdown.
Hey, guys, just as a minor detail, I wanted to put this out there. This morning, I applied for the lottery to get tickets to the Masters next year.
Nice, man. Nice.
So you're gonna actually go on vacation?
I'm actually going to go. If the thing was with the Masters lottery, it's the daily tournament tickets, the tournament days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're $115 each. Practice days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, are $75. I can apply for all days,
Okay.
but I can only get one day.
Well, of course you want the last day, right?
I'm hoping. Who knows?
Isn't that where all the magic happens on the last day?
Sunday is the day.
I don't ever watch anything but the last day of any golf tournament.
I watch all 4 days.
Ever. I don't watch it at all.
Well, you know me. I took the whole week off just to watch watch it all.
That's what I'm saying.
But if I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, there's a
Good luck to you, man. I hope you win. I hope you win the lottery, and I hope you get where you.
It's a bucket list. I want to go walk the grounds at Augusta, even if it's for a practice round, just to be able to walk the grounds at Augusta. I'm happy.
Hey, Ellsbury just got picked off at first base.
Lester threw it up. Somebody at first. Are you kidding? No, it was the catcher. It wasn't Lester.
It was Contreras.
It wasn't Lester. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah,
Contreras has got an arm, man. Montero, Miggy Montero was badass last year.
He was out by a mile too. It wasn't close.
No, it wasn't.
Miggy Montero was badass last year at picking people off. Contreras has got twice the arm. Well, because he's half the age as well. But damn.
And the Celtics are getting a beating right now from the Wizards, 84-60.
Ouch.
That game was 48-48 at the half.
How's that game lined up? How's that series lined up?
Well,
right now the Celtics have a 2-1 series lead. So they're okay. Yeah.
They ain't blowing a 24-point lead at home. 2-2 after this.
You don't think, but you never know.
Yeah.
What about Durant last night, dude? I'm not watching. I'm not watching any of these games, but I was watching all the highlights this morning on SportsCenter. Fucking Durant went off. What the shit?
Watch out though, man, because
38?
He's a little bitch.
He is,
and he's starting to fucking try to act like he's all hard. One of these days, a guy like Rudy Gobert is gonna knock the shit out that motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Kevin Durant is just he's a little bitch. He really is.
You know what? Say what you want. He just went off for 38 on you, though.
He's gonna call Rudy Gobert his MVP.
Still put up 38 on you yesterday.
Well, come on, man. Who does he play for? He plays for the freaking Golden State Warriors.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
He put up 38 on his own.
He's a sellout. I don't deal with sellouts.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a big NBA fan right now, but I just watching
Nobody else
some of the shots this morning. I was like, damn.
Brett, no, he's not, and LeBron's the best of this generation, but you can't compare LeBron to players like Oscar Robertson, like Kareem, Michael Jordan. You can't compare them.
I had this conversation with my son this morning. I told him,
you can't compare generations. It's a different game than what it was even 20 years ago.
Michael Jordan was Michael Jordan. Okay.
Right.
There's never going to be another Michael Jordan. LeBron James is LeBron James. There will never be another LeBron James.
Right.
Every player is his own player, and there will never be a duplicate.
No.
Right. And you can't compare superstars from different eras. You really can't do it because the game, just like football, the game changes every generation. I mean, the NFL game is different now than when it was 20 years ago. The NBA game is different than it was 20 years ago. Hell, even baseball is different now than it was because you got more specialists involved. So, I mean, it's you know what? I don't like it when they try to compare people like LeBron to Michael Jordan. Because to our generation, Michael Jordan was the greatest basketball player to ever live and ever play. Okay,
he's the best I've ever seen play on TV.
You can't compare him to a guy like Bill Russell, who won so many championships,
or Oscar Robinson, or Kareem.
Can't do it.
No, you can't.
Because that's a slight on the guys that did what they did.
For my generation, Jordan is the best I've ever seen play on TV.
Yeah.
That I can say. Because I've never watched any of them guys play. Did he really?
Yeah, double steal.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, it was.
I thought he got him.
You thought it was close?
It was close.
No,
That was a bad throw. Bad throw.
not even
It
close.
wasn't as close as I
It wasn't
thought.
even close. It wasn't even close.
It was nowhere near close, man.
No.
Wasn't as close as I thought it was.
Oh, justice on deck. I mean, judge.
You know what? Kind of does.
He reminds me of David Justice.
Yes.
He's the judge, the jury, and the executioner.
Did they hold the runner? They did hold the runner. Good guys. Good job. No, they didn't. They
No, they
scored
did
the
not.
run.
They scored the run.
Motherfuckers.
And here comes the judge. Here comes the judge.
Judge Dredd.
This guy scares me, man. If he doesn't, if he continues,
His
He's
OPS,
320.
his OPS is 1189, dude.
Jesus Christ, that's unheard of. That's just nuts.
I mean, this kid is beast.
Look how tall that kid is.
Fuck me.
Holy shit.
God
Is that-
damn it, Lester. Keep that ball down. Do not. What the holy hell?
Brian's got to have an aneurysm live on camera, folks. Just watch.
What? Don't pitch a guy like that. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, he's going inside. Look out.
That's what I wanted. Inside and down. Slider
Nice strike.
inside
Nice.
and down.
Nice.
You know, everybody gawks and awes over Giancarlo Stanton and his physique, how big he is. This dude, beast.
No. Yeah. This guy dwarfs Gio.
Stanton ain't nothing next to this dude.
He dwarfs Gio, man. Gio is great. Gio has just got great power, and he knows how to bring that power to the play. It's like same thing with Altuve. Altuve is like what 5'6", 5'7"?
On top of that, Judge is batting 320, yo. 320.
Altuve as a second baseman,
Altuve.
5'6", 5'7". But the guy's got power. He can launch a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian Dozier for the Twins. Those guys are not big guys, but this guy's a monster, man.
He blips. Oh, stayed up.
Judge is a monster.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Tommy's get out of the inning with just a one.
And you know what?
Run.
We got our own monster leading off this season.
Who?
Mr. Schwarber.
Oh, Kyle Schwarber.
Okay.
I'm still not quite sure if I agree with what Madden's doing with him leading off, but
6-0.
the guy can hit. The guy can hit. And Bryant's on like an 18 game on base streak or something like that, or
A good stat. A good stat you put out there, Josh. Holiday, worst hitter for the Yankees, and he's at 275.
Jesus.
fuck you, Josh.
Josh,
Really?
I thought you were an Indians fan, man. Why are you putting stats out for the Yankees? Damn it! Come on,
Hey,
man.
tell it like it is. You know what? If
Josh,
if you compromise,
I give you a pass with your Kentucky basketball love, okay?
if you
But
Hey,
compromise,
wait,
talking about the friggin' Yankees, give me a break.
hey, don't
Wait.
sell out your integrity for this guy. Come on now.
Time out. He's a Kentucky basketball
He
fan.
is a
you said?
Kentucky basketball fan, yes.
Well, he gets a free pass from me then.
Oh,
There you go. Hey, I'm good. Don't listen to this guy. No, forget what he said.
no, whatever.
Stats coming.
And he's a Rangers fan, so you like him even better, Elliot.
Oh, he's a Rangers fan too?
Yes.
Oh man.
You're right. I know. Yeah. The old one and done. Oh, you're going to hurt the one and done. Oh, it's killing Calipari. Can't do it now. Right. Because he only has the best recruiting program in the country.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, Kyle Schwarber's pretty scary with that 153 batting average. I'm just saying, your monster is not faring rather well.
All right, let me bring out probably something you guys don't give a shit about. I don't give a shit about $495 for a fucking pair of sneakers.
Oh, get the hell out of here! And then the sandals are $220.
Yeah.
Huh?
Lamar Ball's a punk. Lamar Ball's a punk
Oh
ass
no,
motherfucker.
I saw that thing on Twitter or on Yahoo.
Yeah.
Lonzo is the player.
And he's not even in the NBA yet.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't played a game yet.
No.
Right.
Ain't even been drafted yet. Ain't even been drafted yet.
Did you see the diss that Shaq put on him?
Yeah, you overcharge. Don't overcharge for kids' shoes. Yeah.
Big ballers don't overcharge kids for shoes.
Correct.
You know what I want to see? I want to see somebody take him on in a pair of his shoes, and one of those. You know what? I don't care what you guys say about those NBA East ballers and all that. You know that D League stuff, but some of that stuff that happens in the summer. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'd like to see one of those guys school him in a pair of Crocs.
No,
and you know what?
This is what I want to see. I want to see the kid get drafted, and I want to see him get schooled by the NBA. Get schooled by every single NBA player he goes up against, because that's what's going to happen. His son's going to get embarrassed and going to get humiliated on national TV just once, and I want to see it happen.
Yep.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
He needs it.
With the home plate umpire, Joe West. I cannot stand that fat bastard.
You know what? Neither can I. Every time I see him back there.
Hey, I want to apologize on the record. Schwarber's batting 193. My bad.
Thank you for the update, Elliot.
153 was just not accurate. Although he's closer to that than he is to 300.
Look, he's Madden's doing something new, trying to throw him up there, especially when he's pitching, when he's batting his pitcher eighth. Ooh,
he just woofed.
Ooh,
he just woofed on a slider, really bad.
That was a big swing there, buddy.
That was a big swing because I thought that ball was going up the middle.
There's a slider, a nicely placed slider.
The Edmonton Oilers are the first team to score 5 goals in the first period of a playoff game since Detroit in Game 4 of the 2010 conference semifinals. They scored 5 goals in the first period.
Yep.
Damn. Yep.
And now
you think they're pissed off or what?
I'm going to like the Edmonton Predators series. I think that's just going to be a better matchup, and I think it's just going to be better for me to watch.
You got to go to Anaheim for Game 7. So that's
Who, the Preds?
Yeah, the Oilers.
Oh, the Oilers.
They win tonight. Wow. They still got to go to Anaheim for Game 7.
I'm going to say the Preds are done. Preds are sitting back going.
Preds are sitting back waiting, dude.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not really a big fan, but I'm rooting now. Because, damn it, I do live in Tennessee.
That's what I said in the beginning. I go, hey, man, you should be happy. You got a hockey team down in Tennessee.
It may not be the Red Wings, but it's a hometown team.
Hey, the Red Wings ain't in, so he's free to choose to cheer for the Nashville.
Correct.
I don't own any Preds hats. Preds. I don't own anything Preds at all.
If they win the Stanley Cup, he's going to be dressed in Preds shit the next show.
From head to toe.
No. Won't do it.
Yeah, that would be like Scott having a Cleveland Cavaliers hat. So
that ain't happening. Not anytime soon.
No, I'll root them on. Don't get me wrong. I'll root them on all day.
Severino, good job. 1, 2, 3.
But yeah, I'm a diehard Wings fan, man.
I hear you.
That ain't ever changing. But I'll root the Preds on. Hell yeah.
Home, yeah. I mean, look, Scott's got Tampa, and I mean, it's not like, yeah, there you go. He's got the Indians, and he's all over the map, dude.
I am. Yes, I am.
Hey, you better save some of them hats. They're going to be worth some money here in a couple of years when they outlaw that logo.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, Derek's not going to be out here.
eBay, here I come.
Actually, he might be longer.
Yeah, Jen, at the end of the month, Derek's going to be gone. In case you're wondering, hang on a second. I'll do something here so Jen can see it. I don't know if she saw it or not. Bear with me here just a second.
Well, if she would subscribe to your list, and
I know, right?
And
You would have got a notification,
right? Good Lord!
Yeah, there's a
being subscribed to his list and being a friend of his on Skype and Facebook. Do you know how many notifications for that one blog I got today?
Yep. Rocket Responder is my friend. Thank you, John Olson and Tim Tech. But yeah.
No, it works well.
Yeah, there's a form on my website that you can sign up for notifications, Jen. It's run through Rocket Responder. So yeah, so anyway.
Yeah, we're hanging out for dear life, Jen. Just
so but
don't panic.
yeah, just Derek Laughlin has decided he
bated breath.
And I just got
bated breath.
I just got the email that Jen has subscribed to my blog. Thank you, Jen, very much.
All right. Am I
love it.
To your blog?
Probably not, Elliot. You need to go back and fill out the form and get signed up.
Is that really a need?
It's up to you. I mean, it's up to you if you want to, but yeah.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know, right? I know you read it today, so I'm not worried. You read it because you obviously because you shared it to our Facebook page and you commented.
I don't know where it showed up, but I commented on it.
See, there's a lot of times too when you post stuff like that, when you post on your blog, Scott, that I don't comment.
Right.
So how would you know if I read it or not? You know how you know?
Because you tell me.
Bullshit.
What?
You would know from your hits from your Rocket Responder.
Yeah, I don't go there every day, so I don't look at the hits. See what we got here.
That's the train leaving the station, ladies and gents.
Petticoat Junction over at Scott's house.
Eric, be going. Good evening, Eric. How you doing?
But no, that's how you would know is by checking that and seeing your stats. And where the other thing I wanted to let you know, I did a bunch of surfing for Lynn this morning.
Yeah.
And I liked your new splash pages you set up that I saw at TRL today.
That's actually it should just be, isn't that my blog? Just my blog going in there?
It's your blog, but it seems like there's two different splash pages. Maybe it's the same one.
I only submitted one link because I had credits to use, and it's just the blog is all it is. It's just my blog link is all it is. I don't surf, but you know, every once in a while when I do actually come in and see your show, I surf because I have to surf to listen to the music. So and I also got it in rotation at Sound Surf Live. I put it in, I think, at some of the Tech sites. I don't know where else I put it. I didn't do it a lot, but I.
What if I do this for you? What if I load you up with a bunch of credits, and banners and text and stuff, and there at Sound Surf Live, and you can just load it up there and let it run for however long you want.
That's good. If you want to do that, I'd be happy. That's fine.
Well, because it helps me too, because I'm part of the Sports Nerd Network.
Yeah, true.
I'm right there with you in it, man.
If you set it up, I'll get it all, and I'll put the links in rotation. I mean, granted, it's you know, and it goes back to I've been doing this off and on now since, like I mentioned, the blog since 2012, and I wasn't successful. But even if it gets even a small amount of traffic to the blog, I'll be happy.
You know, I don't know if it'll help or not, but you know, I'll try. I'll see what I can do here. Members. Make sure I got the search right. What's your username normally at any traffic exchange, Scott?
I think it's SRight127.
That's what I thought. All right. Let's do it by last name. Gotcha. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Okay. Well, you're suspended now.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
It has my vocal link. Oh, great! I got to change that up, don't I?
Let's see. Give prize. Oh, well, you asshole.
Thank you.
No, I'm talking to myself.
What?
Hold up. Okay, so let me read this to you. It's a nightly occurrence where the Mets get a W, the crown whoever won them that game. Like giving out a game ball. Last year they did it with a WWF belt. This year is the crown. This year is the crown, right? They got a crown that they give out. I don't mind the tradition. I just think it's a little. I think it's a little cocky, and you better make sure you're a winning ball club if you're nightly crowning guys kings. But whatever, it's harmless. Particularly if you're going to keep providing internet gems like a 20-inch black dildo in the background.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see that? Thing says up here that's probably why Matt Harvey got suspended. There's a 20-inch dildo sitting inside of a locker, dude.
There you go, Scott. I just hooked you the hell up.
And I do appreciate that, Brian.
No, that's cool because I always want your page to be seen.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Tim Tebow is again. Tim Tebow is a sideshow. Tim Tebow is a shiny object just because he's Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow is a marketing tool. Emphasis on tool.
Exactly. I'll be right back, guys. Right back.
All right, man. No, you're right, E. You're right. You're right.
He's coming to Hagerstown. What's he going to do out there? Pass out peanuts? Cracker Jacks? Popcorn? They won't let him serve no beer.
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see that picture?
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I did. Unfortunately, I did.
Leave it to the Mets.
Of course. Why not?
Leave it to the frickin' Mets to let something like that get out.
My goodness.
Jed, I'm so glad that you told me there was a vocal link in the message. I really need to get in there and update that. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I gave you 10,000 of everything, Scott, just because.
I have to go in there after the show and
You're my buddy. You're my buddy, and I can do that.
I appreciate that, Brian. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it.
Okay. Enough of the love fest.
Whatever.
Yankees bastard.
Bronx Bastard, that's what we are.
That's a good name. Elliot is now no longer Big E. He is the Bronx
I am
Bastard.
the Bronx Bastard, okay?
But do me a favor though, Scott. Make sure you go in to Sound Surf Live and update and assign all that shit.
Yes, I will. I'll
you.
do it after the show.
Because that will piss me off if I gave you all that shit, you don't assign it. I'll be like, what?
Right.
So yeah.
The Cubs need to win tonight to keep pace with the Reds.
The Cubs ain't worried about the first week of May.
They better because they might be out by the first week of June.
Been known to happen before.
But not in that division, though. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's been known to happen before, though. There, you're right, E.
That division has a potential of winning with a 500 team.
Milwaukee's actually playing pretty decent so far this year.
Harry Doyle.
What about him?
Yes, sir.
Good old Harry Doyle.
Have you, Scott? Do you have you got cable?
I do, but not for long.
Do you have the IFC channel?
IFC.
Yeah, the Independent Film
I think
Channel.
so. Yes, I think so.
Do you have on demand?
Probably do.
There's a show on IFC. You know who Hank Azaria is?
Yes,
right?
I do. Yeah. Oh, I heard about this. He's doing a show about an old time broadcaster who's coming back
Called
calling
Brockmeyer.
Yeah.
And his voice on that show reminds me, and every time I think of it now, I'm starting to talk like it. Every time I think like it, it sounds and reminds me of every major league broadcaster I ever grew up upon. I just, you just got them, you got them in your head. And when you hear his voice, he sounds like Ben Scully. He sounds like everybody you've ever heard your entire life announce a baseball game. The way he does. And then you hear shit that he does here and there, and you're like, well, I heard that in the Simpsons episode. Well, yeah, Hank Azaria does a ton of
voices for Simpson. Yes, he does, including the bartender.
Right. But he's excellent. The show is great. I'm like 3 or 4 episodes into the season this year so far, and this is the first season. If you get a chance to check it out, do it. If you can't do it online or check it out online, check it out on YouTube or something. It's worth it, dude. You will bust a nut and cry tears laughing at the shit he says.
At what?
Brockmeyer, Hank Azaria.
It's a new show that he's doing. He's a baseball broadcaster.
Okay.
Used to broadcast for Major League Baseball. Goes on like a 10-year hiatus after his wife goes on this sexual escapade, and comes back 10 years later announcing for this minor league team in this town that's getting fracked. So they're a fracking town. So they're getting fracked, and everything smells funny, and everything's nasty, and
getting fracked the hell up, huh?
Oh, this show is just hilarious, man. It's funnier than hell. Got to check it out. Hand check. Who do we all still got with us?
Yeah, who's all here?
We still have Jen, Eric. Eric Burgoyne is here. We still have Brett. We have Josh, and we have Chris.
All right, rock on.
Jen's still here too, huh?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, Jen.
Chris is still here.
Chris
is my friend. Chris is my friend that came over to hang out, and she hasn't said anything really, but she's a good friend of mine, and we're glad that she's still here. Awesome.
Blinks. Nice.
Is that what?
Here's my name.
Yep. And don't you just love her picture? It makes you want to go like drop some quarters and some space.
I was going to say, is the mall video game shop open?
Right.
That's nuts. What the hell's wrong with Ron's hair, dude?
With whose hair?
Can I do a screen share on here?
Not on here, you probably can't.
Ron who?
Look at Ron's hair, dude. Did he go there? See
what the hell is he doing?
Hey, I'm digging that, actually.
What the hell is he doing?
His hair is jacked, man. Look at that shit.
Ron Gallo, what the fuck?
Our Sports Nerds Network hockey guru, ladies and gentlemen, has gone off the deep end.
He looks like a bat landed on his head and just laid there.
You're saying it nicely.
I ain't never seen a hairdo like that. That's pretty out there, man.
Wow.
Okay, so screen share does work.
It does.
Yeah, I didn't realize it would or not. That's pretty cool.
Well, again,
it'd be sharing a link if you don't have to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. See, Brian, Crowdcast does offer Facebook Live, but you got to sign up for the $100 a month, and I ain't doing that.
Facebook Live for free, dude.
Huh? I know, right?
Facebook Live is free, dude.
You know what? Here's the deal. Scott, I'll pledge.
No.
And I've told you since this fun. I've told you this since the fucking beginning, bastard. You know I have.
Yeah.
I will pledge some money towards whatever you got to pay for this, and make it happen.
Yeah. Well.
To keep the Sunday show alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll throw in $10. What the shit? I can pay $10 a month. Good Lord. I'm paying $60 just to play music that nobody comes to listen to me hear and play anyway. So what the fuck?
At least you got people to talk to here, right?
Come on now. How many servers do you get on a Saturday night?
About 25.
All right. That's about 20 more than I get. Okay, but that's all right.
The attendance.
Elliot's never showed up.
Well, Elliot doesn't surf, so that's expected.
No, but I offered Elliot the direct link to come hang out and jam.
I never got it.
All right, it's coming, brother. It's coming, brother. It's coming.
Hit him up on Facebook. That's where he gets all his private messages.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. That's why him and I are friends now.
There you go.
Hit me up on Messenger, man. Drink it in, man.
Oh,
No,
God.
Eric and Jen are always there every Saturday. They are. I got to give them credit. I don't mean it that way, guys. I don't mean it that way. I just mean that, there's a lot more people that could come and hang out that don't. And you know what? That's fine. If music ain't your thing, if hanging out and having a good time, listening to some good tunes and chatting with good people ain't your thing, fine. I get that too. But you know what?
If sitting around and chatting with some good people ain't your thing, fuck you. No.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Well, you might. Might want to take up a hobby. Of some sort.
Like fantasy football or something.
Where we can guide you in the completely wrong direction.
No, that would be Derek.
We've been known to do it. I've seen it happen. I love you, Eric. Eric, Jen, you guys are there for me every weekend. Thank you guys so much, man.
It's a good show, Brian. You do a good job at it. Unfortunately, I can't come every week. But
no, because when you do come, you just bitch. What kind of bullshit music are you playing?
Well, the last time I was on your show, you played some pretty fucked up music, brother.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I always play pretty fucked up music. That's my thing.
Wait a minute.
That's what I do.
Elliot, last time I came to a show, he was playing these obscure covers that people are doing for classic hits. I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's what I do, man. I mean, I always try to play something offbeat and something people don't listen to every day. Everybody's got the radio to listen to. They can listen to all that stuff that gets played over and over and over.
Pandora, iHeartRadio, all that shit.
Yeah, all that shit gets played over and over and over.
Yeah.
I like playing shit that people don't hear all the time. And you come in on your fucking high walking horse and tell me, what the fuck are you playing, Brian? And I'm like, have you heard it? No. Then shut your fucking hole.
Sit back and listen.
Exactly. And then always the last hour, I do 4 hours every Saturday night. And the last hour is always a rocking hour. So I'm always playing hair metal bands and stuff. That's my go-to is hair metal stuff from the 80s and stuff like that. He was all comfortable after that. He must have hit that third glass, I'm thinking there, E.
That's the trigger. When I hit the third drink, that's when I'm like, all right, I don't do this other, but I think it's all good. Yeah. I start rambling and just coming up with off the wall shit myself. So.
God, are you kidding me? Wow.
Well, I see. The thing is, I got so many people I have to, think about when I'm playing music. I've got Gene and so many other,
Sonny.
People like Sonny. I got Rip. Rip's a DJ, and I gotta try and impress him with music that he hasn't
but he's
heard.
got his own music show. He can handle it.
I understand. I know. Me and Rip got an understanding. Me and Rip are cool. But I gotta play oldies because Gene loves hearing them oldies.
Barbara Streisand with Scooter Brett.
Oh no. That's one thing I've never played on my stream is Barbara. I've never played Babs on my stream. No.
Memories.
That has not happened yet. That has not. You know what? But if
it's an idea you might put together, though.
No, if somebody requested it, I would have to do it just because I will live up to my word and play. But no, damn it, Chris. No.
Yeah.
Hey, no, look, I love
Funny
me some
Girl
Eric
Marathon.
Marathon.
There you go.
You
Play all
ain't-
the whole
you
thing from Funny Girl.
You ain't
Let's
heard
do
me.
some Tony Orlando.
Hey, I love Tony Orlando and Don too. I can play them all day.
You're gonna do
You ain't
Barbara.
heard me there either.
You might as well do Julie Andrews too while you're at it.
Well, then now you're gonna start going Broadway and shit. No, come on now.
The hills are alive with the sound of Griswolds.
Hey, can you spin?
A deer,
Hey,
a doe, a female deer.
Lawrence Welk while you're at it. Sprinkle it with some Perry Como.
Actually, I like Perry Como too. To tell you to be true, I do. Thank you, Grandma.
If you're gonna do that, do some Frank. Might as well do some Frank too.
Oh no, I love me some Frank.
Frank
man.
Sinatra, yes sir.
Oh, I've got a
Charlie
shit ton
Rich
of
while
Frank.
you're at it.
Charlie Rich, nice.
Charlie Rich, I can always play Charlie Rich. Yeah, Charlie Rich. Holy shit. Charlie Rich. Oh my God. Behind closed doors.
Yep.
Hey, what'd you do with that money?
I didn't spend it on that voice, I'll tell you that.
Too funny.
I know what you did. You spent it on beer.
You know it.
You spent it on beer and a grill.
No, I've had my grill for 5 years. I've had this voice for 2 weeks.
More like too long.
It's too damn long. It's something I was talking to Chris about earlier today. People ask me, how did you get that voice? I mean, you need to be on air and doing radio. How did you get that voice? What did you do to get that voice? And I'm like,
I talk to customers on the phone. I get that all the time.
A lot of it is genes from, my family and stuff. Some of that for sure. But a lot of it, I'm going to be honest with you.
What genes? Ranger?
Smoking a pack and a half of cigarettes a day since I was 13 and drinking a shit ton of beer. I don't know.
Mine comes from cigarettes too. A lot of people tell me that in being in customer service, I was on the phone a lot, and people tell me you got a great voice for radio, and I do. I know that. I just don't have a face.
I think they meant face.
Yeah, I've got a great face for radio too, but that's a whole nother story.
Fucking E.
I've said that at work. I got a great face for radio, so it's all good.
That's the way it is with me. I mean, people get up and see me. I'm looking. I'm all ready to chew on some gummy bears and shit with my teeth.
Yeah, right.
I don't give a shit.
Even with your teeth, you got more than I do that are real, so that's all good.
Maybe not.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have any fake. That's for sure. Because I can't afford to get them done yet. But
I'm still paying.
That's coming. Money. That's coming, and that's going to help me even a lot more. That may actually help me move into the radio world because I'm scared to go to the radio stations here, even though I already have a foot in the door.
Yeah.
With some friends of Lynn's and friends of ours down in the county south of us at the radio station here in town in Paris and the radio station down in Benton County, down in Camden. A couple of friends have been like, hey, we need to get you in there and see if they'll listen to you and let you get on the air. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Why not?
I'm scared because I will shit my pants, man. Brian. It's one thing to sit here and stream to 25, Brian. 30, 40 friends of mine.
Brian, did you not read my blog
50
this
friends
morning?
of mine.
Did you not read my blog this morning?
Yeah, but when I'm streaming to, 30,000 fucking people, it's a whole fucking different story.
You're just sitting there talking to a microphone.
Brett, we did see Chicago Bears Jay Cutler accepted a role as a commentator for Fox Sports, but he always said he wanted to grow up to be just like Tony Romo.
Exactly. Jay Cutler going into broadcasting is going to be like
living his dream.
Oh God!
You know what? It's still better than Phil Simms.
Hey, Jay Cutler's been injured before. Remember championship game against Green Bay a few years ago? Rode the bike for the whole second half.
It's still better than Phil Simms.
Well, I mean, Harry Carey's better than Phil Simms.
And he's dead.
He's dead.
Yes.
I know, right?
I mean, when a dead fucker sounds better than you. Hey, Phil Simms only got that gig because he played for the Giants and won a couple of Super Bowls.
I'm just not a fan of Phil Simms. I'm so glad that Romo is taking over that spot.
Well, I don't know. Hold that opinion. Yeah, that dude took one at the plate, didn't he?
No.
Baez?
No. That was a foul ball. What the fuck happened to him?
He fouled it straight down on his foot, on his ankle. Watch. Boom. Right on top of the ankle.
Yeah, it came right up top of his foot. You're right.
Ow. 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 That's got to freaking hurt.
Right underneath.
He's got the guard on, too.
And he missed
But
the
it
guard.
missed the guard. It went right at the top of his shoe.
No, it didn't. It went back towards his ankle.
No, it went right at the top of his shoe.
Yeah,
Look
the outside part of his ankle, and it hit the laces. It missed the guard.
God, that's gotta hurt too.
I disagree. It hit the guard.
He's on a fucking.
It doesn't matter. It's still gonna hurt.
No matter what happened, he's on a knee. Oh, he's getting back up.
Well, Hobby. He's a young kid. He ain't going.
You guys, I'm gonna medicate really.
He ain't gonna go. Hey, no. Put somebody in for me, coach. No, he's not. He's a 23-year-old kid that's gonna be like, nope, you ain't taking me out of this game.
It's official. The Wizards have tied the series. They beat the Celtics tonight. Not that anybody cares, but
one by
still. And we got about 3 minutes to go, guys.
Yay, NBA!
I know, right?
I would almost rather talk about tennis.
Oh God. Speaking of tennis, Serena Williams is pregnant. So I guess the competition found a way to keep her from winning any more cups this year.
Oh, that's gone. No, it ain't. God damn it.
Yeah, it is. Gone.
Oh, the way he stood there in left field, though.
Oh, it is gone.
He didn't see it. He raised his arms up. He was like, where the hell's the ball?
Yeah. The way he stood there in left field, I thought, oh, it's just a pop-up. And I was like,
after fouling the ball was on his foot, he still knocks it out of the park.
There you go. That was awesome. But I saw it come off the bat, and I was like, that ball's gone.
Yeah.
But then I thought, oh, fuck.
Hicks went like this. Where the fuck is it at?
But yeah, left field guy was like standing there. I was like, oh, it's just a pop-up. Motherfucker. No, he just lost the ball.
Yeah, he lost it.
That was great.
It was way behind him.
Oh, yeah. It was about 17 rows deep. Ooh, Rizzo getting antsy on that burst pitch.
That's Schwarber, 193. Or is that Rizzo?
No, that's Rizzo up after
Baez?
After Baez, yeah.
Nope, that's Schwarber, dude.
That ain't it is Schwarber. That's right.
Look, he's looking like, where's the ball? He lost it, dude. He didn't know where it was.
Yeah, he did.
And by the way, it only went like 3 rows up. 17. Have another beer. Well, maybe don't.
Count them. Count them. Did you count the rows?
It was like 3 rows.
Oh, and we were talking about Tim Tebow earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the Anna Kournikova of baseball.
That's awesome.
Anna Kournikova wasn't even good at tennis.
That's his point.
But she was good to look at, and that's what the ladies want to come see when he plays.
Exactly.
A double.
Uh-oh. Look out. Off the ivy.
That'll raise that 193 average, won't it?
Yeah.
A little bit.
All right, folks. We got about a minute to go. We're going to close up shop for the week for Sunday for the Sports Nerds. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Nice crowd tonight. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the show. I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel as well as putting this on the blog. So look for my tweets, look for my Facebook posts of the recording. Pass it on, share it, get us out there. Anyway, y'all have a great night. Thanks for coming. Peace.
Peace.
We're out.
Thank y'all.